Alright, well, we got us a new restoration project. This is a S&K Machinist Toolbox. It's just like the Union that we did a while back, and it's just like that old Kennedy over there. So, it's pretty much the same exact kind of a box, you know. Little drawers. It's in really actually not bad shape. Some of the drawers still have the felt in them, which I really don't care too much about. I don't like felt. But it's pretty nice inside. Someone hit it on this corner, messed it up pretty bad, and the hinge is all buckled, messed up pretty bad, so I'm going to fix all of that. But other than that, it's a pretty cool old box. I'm going to paint this thing up. I'm going to do cream on the drawers and the faceplate, and I'm going to do either a copper or maybe a hammer tone green. I'm not quite sure yet. I got to see what I can order or buy. But that's the plan. So I'm going to get started taking this thing apart. Of course, I'm going to be taking off the latches and the handle, and I'm probably going to leave the knobs. They're in pretty bad shape, so really no need to take them off. And I'll probably I might remove this, I don't know. I might keep it, I might remove it, I don't know yet. To paint it. And then it's even got the thing too, so you know, that's pretty cool. It's in pretty good shape. One thing I do like though, paint comes right off. So that'll be easy. Be easy to sand. But yeah, my plan with this lid is I'm going to drill some holes in this hinge and take the hinge off and then put it back on with screws later. Kind of like how that Kennedy is. That Kennedy's that way. The lid has the hinge and then it bolts to the box. So that way I can get this lid in the sandblast cabinet and really make it nice. But that's what I'm gonna get started. Typical restoration. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys how to pull the drawers out of this thing. You can see in here, there's like a little tab. There's two on each side. And on the little drawers, you just got one right here. You can use a screwdriver, or you can even use your nail on your finger. They come right out. Here's a little better look of them right there. Little spring-loaded clips, one on each side. Really simple box. Doesn't have the slides. Just has a little track to sit on. So, pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of them and we'll be back. Alright, well that didn't take very long. Alright, one thing to note. If you can see right there, those little ears that stick down, there's one on this side too. Up top there. That catches the side. That's what keeps this side in. And on the other side you can see those little notches. Right there, there, and there. That's what keeps the other side in. That side has it too. Little notches. So it's pretty neat little design. Box is really nice inside. No real major rust in the bottom of it. I don't know about underneath, but as far as inside, it's nice. So I'm gonna start taking other stuff off and I'll be back. Alright, well, got the handle off. These are actually in really good shape. Plating wise, they're still pretty nice. I can clean these up, put a little clear on them. They'll be good. I don't know what this was one time. I know the one on that Kennedy, it was coated in like rubber, but I don't think this one was. I think it was just plain old paint. Could have been chromed. It looks like paint though, so I'll probably paint that back black or something, or something like that. Pretty good shape underneath, no pitting or anything. Kind of been working on this hinge a little bit with the hammer. I've got it knocked down on this side. I haven't tried this side yet. I may not pull it off, but if I do, I don't know. It was loose because this hinge was stuck, and I worked it back and forth, and it folded it on this point right here. So I know those spot welds are weak. It would be nice to take it off because it'd make a better job, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to worry about it or not. We'll just have to see. If I could drive the pin out of it, it'd be nice, but I don't think there's any way to get that thing out of there. It's in there. So we're going to take the latch off of the front and top of the lid, and I'll think more hardly on it then. Alright, well, a little bit of work later. Got the latch off, handle off, and lid off. So what I did, you can see the holes and where the spot welds were. I just drilled out, measured them off and drilled them out, and then found the spot welds one at a time and drilled those through on the hinge side. Stupid camera don't want to focus. On the hinge side. A little ugly, but I'm going to try to mark them and weld them shut. I don't think it really matters, but I want to try to fix it, make it nicer. But the reason I took this lid off is that this box had been dropped on the corner at one time, and it's crushed the lid on that one side. It was worse than that, but I fixed it a little bit. So that's what it's supposed to look like. Right there. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of body work, but other than that though, it come off pretty easy. I had to make a tool out of an old screwdriver. To get like in behind it. Like there. To prise on it and lift the metal. If it hadn't been for that corner though, I wouldn't have done this. I'd left it together just like I did the union that I did. But you know, you gotta do things sometimes you don't like. This was one of them. I didn't like doing that. It'll be nicer though. It'll be easier to paint. Because I can paint that now. One piece. Paint the box. Put them together. So, I'm going to wrap it up for the evening. And I'll be back out here tomorrow. Alright, well, I worked on this corner a little bit more tonight. And it's still ugly. I think I might cut it and weld it because it is cracked. But other than that, I got that bend out of it. Still a little swayed in on the side. There ain't really much I can do about it, but I got rid of the overbite that it had. Had a pretty bad overbite. So, I call it a success. I was able to get rid of that. So, opens and closes like it should. So, no problems there. Alright, well, back out here again. I've got all the felt took out of the drawers. Come out pretty easy. Some of them give me a little bit of trouble, but I just had to heat them a little on the bottom. It come right up. So we're pretty much ready for sanding and painting now. Like I mentioned last clip, I fixed this lid. Haven't really messed with that anymore, so I don't know if I'm gonna weld it or not. I might. I'm still thinking about it. I put the latches back on, just kind of messing around. I found some screws, which the same screws these are. I decided to put screws on them instead of rivets, mainly because I don't have the right size rivets and I had screws, so it'll make it easier if I ever have to do it in the future. I ain't got to drill out rivets. I did take the what did I do with it? Alright, there it is, the badge off the drawer. I'm going to try to clean it up just a little bit. I don't know what that green is. It's supposed to be copper and red. It's in pretty good shape. I'm going to try to be real careful with it. See if I can get that green off. I kind of doubt that I can. I'll probably just slap some clear coat on it and put it back on. But it's amazing it still has it and it's in such good shape. Of course, you guys have seen all that, so I'm gonna get this thing took back apart. I've got to pressure wash the inside of it out, pressure wash these drawers because they're full of like greasy goop, and start sanding and sandblasting. Alright, so I got me a kit coming along here of parts. I decided to go on ahead and take the little knobs off, and I wasn't originally going to do it, but these were plated chrome and they were in decent shape. Some of them weren't, some of them were. So, you know, I took them all off, polished them up, and all I did, I drilled a hole in them. I was going to tap them for screws, but I decided to just use rivets. So I can put a pop rivet in there like that. And if you're wondering, is that going to hold? My answer is yes, because the reason how I was able to clean them, took a long pop rivet like this, stuck it in there, tightened it up just a little bit to where I couldn't turn it, and polished them, and I had a heck of a time getting that back off. So I'm pretty sure if that holds, then it should hold for real whenever I pop it on the drawer. So, and if it don't, if they fall off, I can go back through and fix them. There's always there's another way of doing it. I could take, say, a screw like this, a little smaller of course, but cut the head of it off, stick that in there, glue it with some JB Weld, or even tap those. But I think that's gonna work. So I did that to all the drawers, took them all off. Kind of felt uncomfortable doing it, but you know, it's gonna look a lot better because of it. So it's dark now. I think tomorrow I'm gonna come out here if it's not too cold and try to wash these drawers and wash the main box off. And I gotta take the latch back off and take the top off, and I'm gonna try to clean these up, polish those. I think some steel wool or an SOS pad will probably take care of those. I hope. If not, I'll just paint them silver. But yeah, I was looking on eBay though, because I was curious. I've never seen an S&K toolbox. I'd never even seen a Union toolbox until that one. But you know, I've seen a lot of the Kennedys around, and that's a Park over there. It's about the same thing. But I've never heard of an S&K. I looked one up on eBay. They're outrageous. They're like, I seen one for like $65, but it was about $70 shipping. And then I saw one they wanted $200 for it, and it was $70 shipping. So either way you go, you're not getting one of these on eBay for under $100. And you know, of course, that's their price. That's not actually what they're getting for it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this thing. Alright, well, here's the color combo. Copper and white. I was wanting blue or green, but they didn't have any, and I didn't really know where to find it, so I settled for the first choice. But I think that's going to look pretty good. Of course, the copper will be on the box, and the white is going to be for the drawers and the front cover. So when you take the cover off, it'll still look the same. I think that'll be pretty neat. But I'm getting ready to take the latch and lid and everything back off, and pressure wash and try to degrease, because I shot WD-40 on the lid and broke that hinge loose, and you can kind of see it's soaked into the metal, so I need to get that off. So that's what I'm going to start doing. Alright, well, I got everything pressure washed. Everything's cleaned up, so I'm out of time for this evening. So tomorrow I'm going to come out here, start sandblasting and sanding all these pieces. Hopefully I can get some primer shot on them, and then I still got to clean my latches up and my handles. I did take this off. That goes on the lid there. Just spread it apart. I can just put it right back. I've had it off before, so I'm just gonna have to clean it up, get the paint off, polish it up. It's too shiny to paint. So, and then I got my assembly kit here: knobs, the badge, all the hardware. So we'll be ready to go once I get this stuff painted. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, well, got everything blasted. As much of it as I could anyway. I couldn't get the main body of the box blasted, but I got some of it. I got the inside. I got the inside of it blasted, so that's the drawers. I'm not a very big Bondo guy when it comes to a toolbox, but when it comes to holes, I might have to fix that. That Hammertone, it hides a lot of stuff, but doesn't hide holes. So I'm going to try to mix up a little bit of JB Weld or something and just spread over that just to fix it. One of the drawers does have a hole in it, but it's about like that, very small. It's just a pinhole, but it being a drawer, you won't even know it. Got the inside, got the all the drawers are blasted. Of course, I got this thing. I can't get it off right now, but you gotta take my word for it. I got everything sandblasted. I am gonna go back and sand everything down. I don't know about this. I might hold off because of that hole, but as far as the body, of course, I've got to sand this because I didn't get it blasted good, but I'm going to get started. That's the only bad thing about it. Can't do the whole thing sandblasted. It'd be a lot easier if I could. I mean, I could, but I don't really want to. I got a big blaster, but I'd have to be outside, and I don't want to do all that. So, had to do it the hard way. Alright, well, everything's been sanded with 180. Here's the lid. You remember that hole? I filled that in with a little bit of JB Weld. Smooth to touch. It's still pitted on top, but that hammer tone, it'll hide all that pretty good. But I'm getting ready to, I gotta wipe everything down with a microfiber. Get a lot of dust off. I'm gonna prime the box and this lid, but the drawers, I'm gonna hop them straight into paint because I've got that 2-in-1 paint, and I wouldn't recommend trusting 2-in-1 paint because it's not always what it's cracked up to be, but I've used that 2-in-1 in the past on stuff, just bare metal, and it actually coats really, really good. 2 coats, it's done. So, of course, I always take it to 3 for the extra durability, but I'm going to get started. I got to wipe everything down, and when you see it again, it'll hopefully be in primer. So, alright, well, there's 1 coat of the white so far on the lid. I did get a little bit of a run up at the top. You can kind of see the reflection off of it, but I'm pretty sure I can probably get that out of it. It's just 1 coat anyway, so I went on ahead and cleaned my latches, or latch. It's still not, perfect, but it looks a lot better than it did. There's the other half of it. Just really nothing you can really do other than just paint them. But I think they look pretty good, and I can always take these back off because I am going to be putting them on with screws. So if I do decide to change them, these come out pretty good. A little bit of rust right there, but I don't know what this is. I think this might just be nickel plating. I don't think it's chrome, because this one's in really good shape, and it's got like a kind of a, I don't know, a yellowish tinge to it. Chrome is usually like a mirror, so either it's just really cheap chrome or it's nickel, but I think it's nickel. And there's the little thing that goes right there. So it come out pretty good. It's a little rough. Still pretty shiny though. I think this is chrome, because it held up really, really good. I didn't do anything to the S&K badge, and I don't think that I will. So I'll probably just leave it alone. It's pretty good though. So, and of course you've seen the knobs. I polished all those out. But yeah, once we get this painting done, we'll be ready to put it back together now. So that'll be good. Alright, well, getting ready to do these drawers. I decided to put a little piece of tape on that thing right there. That's what keeps the drawers in. I really don't want to get any white paint on that, because when I'm putting it back together and you go to put the drawer in, it's going to rub across there, and if there's any white paint on that, it's going to rub that white paint off on my freshly painted surface. So I decided to go ahead and put a little tape on that to prevent that from happening. But there's the box. It's primed, and there's the lid in primer. You can't even really tell where that hole was unless you look really hard and know where it's at. So that was a successful repair. There's the lid, or the face. Got 2 coats of white on it now. I'm getting ready to start on these drawers. So that's what I'm going to start doing right now. I got to tape those things up on all of them and get some white on them. Alright, well, it's the next day. I got the drawers done yesterday. They're all in here hanging. So now it's time to do the actual box and the lid. So I'm going to get started on that. The drawers come out pretty nice. Good and shiny. I got a little bit of a run in a couple of them. Kind of laid it on a little too heavy, but it blended out pretty good. So I'm going to get started on that box. Alright, well, here's the inside of the lid, and there's the bottom. I got the bottom of it done. Fixing to flip it up, or flip them over, and start doing the actual parts you see. So I'm going to get started. Alright, well, here it is. All painted. That's about, I don't know, 3 coats. I kept landing on it because you kind of got to keep, you can't do this like normal paint. You got to keep it wet, and it does its thing. The more you put on, the more hammer toned, the more hammered it looks. Like you can see right there, I laid it on pretty heavy, and it come out a lot better inside than it did on the lid, because I was putting more on it in here than I was here. Because you're still thinking about normal paint, and this ain't like normal paint. You know, I still haven't gotten good at it. I did paint this box with hammer tone, and you can kind of see it. You can kind of see the texture, but it's not as nice as it could have been. It came out alright, but hopefully this one will do better since I laid it on a little heavier. I kind of laid it on heavy on the front. It's splotchy-ish, but I'm hoping when it dries it'll take that out of it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Overall, though, I think that's going to look really good when I put these white drawers back. So I think I'm going to call it a day for now, and I'll come back out here tomorrow and put the thing together, hopefully. As long as I don't have to go back and touch nothing up. I'm going to keep kind of an eye on it, make sure everything's drying even, or evening out anyway. But it looks really good, just first glance, so hopefully it'll stay looking good. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, well, it's been about 24 hours, and the paint is 100% cured, so I'm going to start putting this stuff together. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on, and put the latches, and I got to start putting the drawers back, put the knobs back, and the little S&K plate, and then I'm going to start putting the drawer linings in. So I'll see you guys when I get the lid stuff put back. Alright, well, there's the main body of the box. Got the latch on, got the handle put back, so everything's just put on with screws, and that's how it's going to stay. I did leave the holes. I was going to weld them up, and then I thought, well, it might mess the hinge up, so I just left them. I hate it, but that was the only way I was going to be able to fix that corner where it was crushed. But overall, I don't think it looks half bad. I mean, you'd have to really be looking to see that and know what that is. So shuts good, opens good. It ain't hung over the edge like it was before. So I think that was a pretty good repair. So now I'm going to move on to the other things. I've got to put the little horseshoe deal back on that, and I've got to put the S&K tag and the knobs back on the drawers. So I'm going to get started, and then we'll cut the liner out for the drawers, and this project will be 100% done. Alright, well, I got the drawers fixed with the knobs and everything. There's the S&K one and the other one. And there's kind of what the box is going to look like. So I'm fixing to line the drawers now, and once I get that done, I'm going to put a little grease on the tracks, and this project will be done. Alright, well, here it is, finished product. Show you guys what it looks like on the inside. There it went. Alright. There's what we got. The drawers and everything. I think it looks pretty good. So, thank you guys for watching. And I know I didn't show a lot of or show any of the process of getting this, but you know, it's a single video, so it's not very long. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope somebody maybe got a idea for their toolbox or something. I thank you guys for watching. See you on the next video. Bye.